Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Holy guacamole, they have just released a preview trailer for Eisendrache. Well, they've released a preview trailer for Awakening, the first DLC pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, but the thing I'm focusing on is Eisendrache because holy guacamole, I'm so excited! So we're going to look at the gameplay now, we're going to break the gameplay down, and we're going to try and figure out what the hell Jason Blundell is hiding. So they've confirmed that this is the first chapter in the Black Ops 3 Zombies story arc, which means that Shadows of Evil was more of a prequel. It's not going to necessarily directly affect the stuff that is going to be happening to the original 4 characters who are the playable characters in Eisendrache. I'm so happy about that. They're back. Richtford, Nikolai, Takeo, and Dempsey are once again our playable characters, and they're going to be exploring an eerie medieval castle built upon an ancient site of unspeakable horror. Jason Blundell says that many dark atrocities have occurred there over the centuries, and also goes on to say massive deposits of Element 115, the recently discovered element, are at the castle. So let's look at the gameplay. We're going to go pretty much frame by frame here and pick out all the really cool stuff, and then if there's anything smaller that I think is worthy of its own video that I can do separately, I will do. So for now, it looks kind of like those generators that we were familiar with on Origins might be back. Looking at the left side of the screen here, it looks awfully similar, so it would be cool to see those sorts of things return. Got a zombie climbing out of some fire here. Gotta love me a napalm zombie or two. And interestingly, this shot shows us what looks like a cable car system, which is going to allow us to traverse between different areas of the map. Thinking about it, it makes perfect sense. We have the castle area of the map. We have whatever is down this hill here, seemingly some kind of little village clustered around these rockets. Why the rockets are there, we don't know. But then also, probably, there'll be cable cars taking us to the ice cave as well. I certainly hope so, at least. Or maybe, potentially even more likely, is the possibility that the ice cave will be reached by teleporting a la Shadows of Evil when you go through those rifts, a la Origins when you go into the crazy place. So this shot shows us that there is a lot going on in this map, a lot more than just the castle like we had previously seen. Then we see this. What the hell is this? Just, what the hell is this? There is a big metal ball on a podium with a load of valves in it, and it's buzzing like a mofo. It really is quite confusing because I would have thought that this would be a trap. But if it's a trap, then surely it's going to kill you if you activate it. There's not going to be a way to activate this thing and not be in its vicinity. It's just going to decimate a whole area of the playable area. A whole area of the playable area. It looks beast. It looks absolutely friggin' beast. If it's a trap, then sick. If it's not a trap, then sick. I want to know what it is, and then sick. Sweet. We've also got this thing on the right there with these glowing lights on it. Is that, what is that? I'm not really sure. It looks like it's an anti-aircraft gun of some sort. That's my presumption. But it does look rather strange, doesn't it? It does to me, at least. Also, on the left, I just wanted to point out, what the hell's that? Anyway, moving on. We've got this next shot here, which is sort of a combination of a lot of shots, really, to be honest. There's a lot of little flashes of different areas here, but we do, again, see that generator that I mentioned. We see some zombies. Zombies? Oh, dear. Zombies, not zombies, Milo. God damn it, I'm too excited. We see some zombies stumbling around the facility. I keep calling it a facility. It's a castle, dagnabbit. Here, we see in the sky some purple lightning of sorts. What exactly that entails, I don't really know, but it certainly looks sort of synthetic, kind of, which is really interesting. And we also see this thing on the right. You guessed it. Wonder Fizz, baby. It looks like it is returning. Oh my goodness, I'm so hyped. This is just too good to be true. The next shot shows us what looks like good old-fashioned traps. This makes me so happy. This isn't a new Magua heart on a string that we pull and some chains wiggle about the place for a few seconds. This looks, to me, like a conventional trap. And that makes me very happy. Whether that trap will turn on that metal ball you can see in the background there or not, we don't know. Also, it's worth noting here that alongside what looks like some armored car in the center of this area, you also have what looks like a clock of sorts on the bell tower. That will no doubt be significant and worth investigating when the map comes out. Here, this church, again, has one of those traps down below. You can see what looks like one of those trap switches. It's hard to see what's inside it, but we'll see it again in a moment, so that's fine. But it's interesting that the stained glass windows look as they do, because, I mean, well, what the hell is that? Is it, and again, this is complete speculation, but is what I'm seeing here an image of the summoning key surrounded in some kind of yellow halo? Am I just seeing things, or is that what's actually going on? Also, then the central crest looks really interesting, but again, too hard to make out what's on there. Then it shows us the title screen, Der Eisendrache. Very nice, very nice. Happy to see that. Then we got a zombie climbing out of some fire, and boom. Rituals are back. They are back, and hopefully better than ever. It looks like the symbols have changed, which is very interesting. We now have completely different symbols to the ones we had before. I can't wait to try and explore what those mean. We're going to have to do that when the map comes out, more so than we're going to be able to do before the map comes out, I think, because we're only getting fleeting glimpses of them. But it's very interesting that rituals are back. I also wonder what rituals are going to do in this map. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. We could speculate for hours and hours and hours, but we'll save that for other videos. Also notice the iron cross on the car on the left here. Moving forwards, we see this shot, and like I said before, there's that same building with the spiky roof and the stained glass windows, and it looks like there's some kind of yellow portal in the background. This is super duper reminiscent of, you guessed it, the Origins Crazy Place portals. Is that coming back? Is that a new feature on this map that they're reviving from the past? Something along those lines? Obviously, Shadows of Evil had its own version of that. Is that going to be happening in Der Eisendrache as well? It's possible. It's definitely possible. Also, those of you that are somewhat familiar with the story might recognize this bad boy over here. Yeah? Yeah. Also, we've obviously got that metal ball as well. There are a couple of spotlights on that square building and a mystery box light in the background. Here we see a zombie stumbling through one of the corridors, and then boom, we enter this room, and holy moly, this place is mental. Look in the top right. Look in the freaking top right. What do we got? We've got blackboards. Oh my goodness, this makes me so happy. We've not only got blackboards on the top right, but we've got what look like new blackboards. If I can see and read this correctly, it looks like that says Experiment 935 or something like that. Blimey, I'm just so happy. Holy cow. So we've also got Speed Cola returning. Check out the gramophone, guys. That's going to be an important one. Check out the gramophone. La Source Noire, are they coming back? And then obviously there's this mental machine in the middle. What the hell is going on there? We've got, is that Earth or is it just a sphere of sorts? I don't know. It sort of looks like Earth though. Then you've got this metal contraption below it. You've got a screen with a mystery figure on it. You've got a wall gun on the left. You've got so much going on here. What the hell is in the top left there? Is that a map of the facility? Is that a map of the playable area or something like that? It's nuts. There's so much going on here, and I absolutely cannot wait to explore this place. Holy guacamole, Treyarch. Please just release the damn map already. God damn it. So here we can see a gumball machine, which is cool. Just verification that they're definitely coming back in case anyone was doubting it. And you've got those metal balls in the background as well. Again, not going to be going away anytime soon by the looks of things. We've got Nikolai there. We've got some new gumballs coming in as well with this DLC. They said that there were going to be 4 new gumballs, and you've got a zombie basically stumbling around on the screen here, which is pretty cool to see. Always done swiftly, gets popped into the mouth. And then boom, this is nuts. They give us a bloomin' language to use to decipher and decode, or whatever you want to say, translate is probably the fitting term, to translate all the words that we've been hearing for the last month and a half, nearly 2 months now, on Shadows of Evil. All those words can be translated into or rather from Apothicon to English. So when they say things like Nethoth, they're saying parasite. Astoro, they're saying grapple. All of these words, Astor, Iota, or however you pronounce it, it's not meant to be pronounced by a human mouth. It's meant to be pronounced by a Margwa, so it doesn't really matter. But all of these words are real words, sort of. They've made the words up and they've made them real. So now we can translate. It's awesome. I cannot wait to do it, and I'll be doing it in future videos very, very soon. They show us, again, a little wireframe in the castle here. Not really a lot to say about that, other than the fact that it looks pretty cool. Also, notice the teddies. Yeah, it's a bit weird, that, isn't it? Why did they sort of shy away from teddies on Shadows? Obviously, there are teddies, but they're sort of different. Why are they suddenly showing us the more classically styled teddy here? And the Bowie knife? And the arm coming out of the wall? Or is it a leg? Interesting stuff, regardless. We see a zombie that looks like it's getting zapped here. Then we've got an explosion on the left side of the screen, which looks pretty awesome. Excited to see what exactly that is going to entail. And just generally, I am loving the feel of this map, man. It looks so damn good. I am hella hyped. Here, we see that there's also a keeper language. Now, there's a good chance that that is the cuneiform we see on the map. So, Treyarch, please give us a translation of those. I will be a very happy bunny. This shot here, we see some glowing window, very atmospheric, very nice. We see Achtung on the wall and a zombie sort of stumbling forward. Here, we see another one of the ritual sites, which is very cool. And again, that metal ball that we saw before. Also, some kind of electronic panel next to it, which I presume we're going to be able to interact with in order to power up the ball or something along those lines. And then another ritual site here. And then boom, that's the end. That's all the footage we get. They tease us so hard with all of this information, and the map doesn't even come out until February. It's crazy. So I've MrRoflWaffles. I've broken down the trailer sort of step by step today here. I'm going to be going into extra depth in future videos, so make sure you're subscribed for the love of watermelons, and I'll see you very soon on Der Eisendrache. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.